It's a video clip.
When I get ready,
I'm gonna go back to jail. Okay?
alright, let's eat this food.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
I'm trying to find the fucking girl from last night.
Oh, all of them.
I didn't get her fucking name.
Oh, well, then ask her who the girl from that one night is.
Well, she just messaged me and no, we got a mini though. I read it off. But
Those look so fucking good.
she said Sean wants to know when you guys what time you guys are coming to pick up the dogs.
I can go tomorrow.
Oh, we're talking about the same days.
Well, I'll go tomorrow. They'll be fine.
We can take that up. I'm gonna send you the thing.
It's so good. I don't know what it is, but the further out of any major city you get, the better the food is. Like, food in Nashville is not delicious anymore. I have lived in Antioch, which is like that most ethnic part of Nashville. I should be eating fire fucking food, and it's still not good. I'm still not found a Chinese place I like to eat at.
You should put some of your white claws up here. And maybe if we constantly put them in the videos, maybe the white claw can start filtering you.
Maybe.
That'd be awesome as fuck, dude.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
I like to always go to White Claw.
You know, every time we get together, you know, gotta have a white claw.
Hey. What is this even? Is this my chicken on a stick? Yes.
Why the fuck stop doing all that? Just please get out.
It's stapled? Oh, no, the fuck wonder. I was like, what is wrong with me?
I understand the mechanics.
I did not understand the assignment.
Okay, so why wasn't that stapled?
Because I guess it wasn't busting at the seams like this chicken was.
Can you cut out and stick?
What?
Oh, that's chicken
is
already.
that?
Those are wings. Did you want a wing? Okay. No. There's that, I don't know, it's kind of, that's something on a stick. And would you like a rib? Though that's probably not the rib you want.
No, she don't do pork.
That's donuts. And these are probably rice. Yep, white rice. White rice, more than likely. Yeah.
I don't know what this is.
It's chicken.
No, sir, it's not. I'm Southern and I know chicken.
I get beef. It's beef.
100% beef. I don't hate it. It's kind of like just okay beef jerky.
It's beef though. I know my beef.
Me too.
I may have grown up on a fucking farm and things, but I know my beef.
It's chili beef.
It's very chewy beef. Oh, we got a lot of dark sauce and a lot of soy sauce. Like, she grabbed a handful of soy sauce, I grabbed a handful of dark sauce.
I'm still chewing.
Did you check your white claw? Hey, this could be me and Ali's
Still
mukbang.
chewing.
You know what?
Uh-huh.
Me and Ali's mukbang.
What you said.
Yeah, this is gonna be me and Ali's mukbang.
What's the sweet and sour for? Oh, for this shit? Oh, it's for this shit.
Carb.
Okay. Okay.
Yo, a fortune cookie.
You're not supposed to eat the fortune cookie until the end.
Oh, I know, it's not for mine.
It's bad luck. Also, fortune cookies are an American thing.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Would he be faithful? Oh, I'm getting no, he won't be, baby. I'm sorry.
Dude, I've used those before.
Miranda.
What? These things?
The rods.
Yes, I've used them before.
Does he
I've never used them, but I feel like they
care
work.
about me the same?
Look, she's live.
I'm getting no from both, baby.
She is live.
Alicia. I'm pregnant. Is Alicia pregnant?
Oh, Elisa. I thought you said Alicia. I was like, oh.
I was like, good
I'm
shit.
getting yes, honey.
Will my boyfriend propose now? Will my daughter, father, and I
Amy
get
will be
married?
pregnant soon.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a lot of. How the fuck you read all this shit? Will I move it? Will I move in with Ken next year? Is my best friend making a mistake moving out of state for a man?
So you
What do you care?
Will I get married and be pregnant next year? Will I get a buyer for my property soon? Will I marry Jesse?
I'm not gonna buy her this market.
Does he love me?
Is me and RS meant to be? Will I meet my soulmate soon?
A lot of these people need to get off TikTok.
Will I have more kids?
Questions about answering.
Am I with my soulmate? Am I having my first child this year? Will I be pregnant? Will I be pregnant? Will I marry my boyfriend?
Jasmine, was Tanya a true friend? Yes.
Any chance of success in the future? Is the guy I'm talking is real? Will my man propose?
I mean, like,
Will I get
a
a...
little jealous, but not jealous to the point.
Should I quit my job?
Yes. 100% yes. The answer is always yes.
Will I... will I hit the lottery?
Probably like a little jealous.
You can't win if you don't play, or what the fuck is it?
Will I be with my coworker?
Shami,
What is your cash app?
Don't shit where you eat. You're never supposed to date your coworker. That never works out.
Right?
Jada, is Jamel in love?
Did they say napkin?
Bitch, they're right there underneath where the fucking dick sauce is.
Ah,
Damn. But we do have paper towels.
Fine. I'm just kidding. She never stops.
What?
She's talking to her Jada. I miss you. Where is he?
Last night we're sitting at the dinner table with my teenage son looks at me and goes, "Hey, Dad, can I ask you a question?" I said, "Sure, son." He said, "Is there really a difference in boobs?" And I said, "Yes, son, there is." I go, "There's actually 3 different phases that a woman goes through with their boobs." And of course, this intrigues the hell out of my wife. So my son's like, "Really?" And I said, "Yeah, in their 20s, they're like melon."
I wanted to hear this man mansplain boobies.
I know, right?
You was on the roll.
Man, just right there in your face. And I go, but when they get to their 30s and 40s, I go, they're more like pears. You know, just hanging a little bit, but still really nice. I go, but once they get to 50 year
50 or older?
Are you hooked up to the internet?
Right now we're in.
older buddy, I go, they're like onions. And he goes, onions?
Oh,
I go, yeah. They just, when you look at them, they make you want to cry. So this really gets my wife going. She goes, well, men go through 3 phases as well. And I go, I'm sorry? She goes, yeah, downstairs, men go through 3 phases. And I'm like, okay, enlighten us, please. She goes, okay, well, when they're in their 20s, they're strong and hard like an oak tree. I'm like, okay. And she goes, but when they're in their 30s and 40s, they're more like a birch.
I froze at the perfect time that time. His face.
Excuse me.
You know, flexible, but still reliable. And I'm like, oh boy, here we go. She goes, but when they get over 50, they're just like a Christmas tree. And I go, Christmas tree? And she goes, dead from the root up and the balls in there just for decoration. Last night we're sitting at the dinner table with my teenage son. Looks at me and goes, hey, Dad, can I ask you a question? I said, sure, son. He said, is there really a difference in boobs? And I said, yeah.
Keep my name up.
I called Xfinity today trying to get the internet, and I asked the guy if I can swing by there and grab the modem. I have everything already set up. He said, yes, it's fine. We ran through everything, and he said the box will be here in 3 days. So I'm like, you said I can come up here and pick it up? No, he called the call center. I was like, no, I asked you if I dialed the phone number for the Franklin store. You said yes. So we're waiting 3 days. But we have Gig Plus. It'll be 1200s, whatever, and I'll be able to hook up as many as I want to, and blah blah blah.
And we're never free landline, bitch.
It came with it, no extra charge.
He said a free landline. I was about to think you damn might have said, well, the fucking bird.
They can't charge me for 2 years, and when they do, I can cancel.
Hell yeah.
Last time
That's on them.
last time I was in a landline, that's when I went to North Dakota to go see my grandmother before she passed, and they also my Aunt Debbie's a landline.
They offered me one too, and I said no, but I should have said yes for Zeke.
Fried rice, lo mein. Main low chow mein. It's a main.
Well,
Noodles, rice, fried.
Nielsen has
They're
that.
both good.
it's like I don't want to have to choose.
A little buckwheat.
I had a fork.
It's right over.
Yeah, that's beef.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put that part out because you're.
Oh, I can't say beef.
No.
Oh. Oh, it's
The back of your shirt is all you can see on the camera.
Yeah.
Mission Barbecue.
Sponsored by nobody.
Trying to get White Claw.
Nobody yet.
Yeah, right. Before it's all said and done.
Well, I mean, look at what happened to Timothy Delgado. He did his, and he did. Oh, sorry. He did his with. I got a fucking Asian flat top grill. As he's doing his, but one was everything else. He's grilling with a fucking grill, and he got it for free.
They sent it all free.
That's cool. I don't like cooking though. I'm just kidding. I like to cook, but I don't like having to be like. I don't like being obligated to cook. Like when I go to the grocery store and then it's like, God, I have to cook dinner fucking again tonight, and people are like, yeah, that's what a meal plan is. No, but it's like every day, and they're like, yeah, and I'm like, this is the worst. How do you peasants live like this?
With Zeke?
I just get takeout. He's like, Mom, you cook dinner? I'm like, yeah I did. When I do cook though, he gets so excited. He's like, Mom, that was amazing. And I feel like a piece of shit. I'm like, oh fuck, I need to cook
What
more.
was you know?
8.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Alan, you a fucking 8-year-old. How the fuck you feel?
Weathered.
Oh my god.
Tired. I'm tired. There's somebody going around my neighborhood and a fucking, like, they said it was like a white car, but it had like a well-known cleaning service company printed on the side of it, and it's this woman, and one of the moms, the mom said she's like the only mom that goes to the bus stop every day and waits on the kids. And she said she's been seeing this white fucking car pulling up with like this maid service printed on the side of it. And she said that this chick was like legitly, I shit you not, asking kids if they wanted free candy.
Shut the front door.
And she said she had never seen her pick up any kids. And so one day she went and asked her, she was like, hey, like, what kid is yours, you know, like trying to do the whole like mom thing.
Right.
And this woman acted like she couldn't speak English.
Shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm. And this was the bus stop like that right down by my house. So I'm like, there's like you always hear about that when you're a kid, like people offering you free candy, and never not once did that fucking happen to me or anybody I know.
It happened to me.
Did it really?
One time, yeah.
But like you still have to have the conversation with your kid. Like if somebody says that to you, you fucking say no and you run as fast as you can. You come get an adult like quickly. But like,
Right?
I'm like, how scary is that? That shit happens all the time.
Mm-hmm. Like all the time.
And then there's like the Gabby Petito case. Did you keep up with that?
Mm-hmm.
So that happened, and then everybody was like, well, of course everybody's, you know, using all of their investigation skills on the pretty white girl. Why are you guys not, you know, using it on the 4,000 kids who go missing every year, or the fucking hundreds?
Is that the camper one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're like, wow, like y'all fucking, everybody put their heads together.
The one I was
you
talking
know.
about, nothing else. The one where when I was talking about anything else, when I got my first interview at Longhorn, and it was on the news, anything else?
Her and her boyfriend were in the, like, a van traveling the U.S. together. And he obviously killed her. 'Cause it was like her van, and she lived in New York, and he lived in New York also, but his parents lived in Florida, I think is what happened. And so he drove her van, like she went missing, nobody had heard from her or seen her. And he showed up at his parents' house in Florida with her van without her. And then before he was named a person of interest in the case, he went missing in the Florida Everglades. And it's like fucking, yeah, they've got Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Shut the fuck
I'm not kidding, out looking for Brian, her ex, who's like running around. His last known whereabouts were in like North Carolina or something. And this man has successfully, like this, like in his mid-20s, regular ass white boy has successfully evaded the FBI for weeks. They cannot find him. They do not know where he is. So just so y'all know, if you ever want to kill somebody and bury them in a shallow grave at a very populated campsite and then run around the U.S. fucking freeballing, apparently it's not hard.
Right.
Because this man is just like, it doesn't help that he looks like every Chad and Kyle in the U.S. right now.
Well, I mean, did you ever hear about that Clyde Daniels? Or no, not Clyde. But Clyde Daniels.
You know who's that?
It was a little kid that was killed out here in fucking Dixon.
Oh god, I
Like
did hear
8
about
years
him.
ago.
Oh, it made me cry. Oh,
Dude,
yes, that made me.
the
It
dude-
wasn't that long. It was like 3 years ago.
Well, the dude just recently went to trial on this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my god, I live out here near this shit. And
No, it was like fucked up what they did to that little boy.
oh yeah. Recently there was cops over there trying to look for new evidence before they went to trial.
I hope they put that man away for a long
Want
time.
this? I'm gonna throw it away.
Dude should be hung, dude. I'm crazy.
So y'all believe public hanging should be reinforced?
On certain things. On certain things. Because a little boy didn't do
What
nothing.
things?
No, we didn't do nothing.
No, I know, but I'm saying like what, like okay, say tomorrow, Biden's like, you know what, dragging people out in the streets and hanging them for their crime sounds fun.
Depends on the crime. If it comes to
That's
like,
too much of a gray area.
well, if it comes to kids, innocent kids, regardless, you know, and I said this, regardless if they're normal or if they have special needs. Don't.
What about old people? Like if people are abusing old people in nursing homes.
I believe that too. Hmm? People that can't defend themselves.
So animals?
I don't like cruelty to animals either. I think, okay, I put it like this. I believe whatever you have done to a person, like, you know, if it's a guy, like, a sex offender, depending on the sex thing. But if it's like a guy molesting a kid or anything else, you know, I believe it should be done to him.
Do you believe that pedophilia is a mental disorder? Do you believe that those people are mentally ill and they should just be like put in homes and locked away forever? Or do you think they should be?
No. And the reason I said that is because I have a good friend. Because of the situation she was in, and at the time she didn't have a way to have evidence they're saying that, you know, she wasn't involved with it, you know, she was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And now because of that she has a
charge.
a sex offender charge. And I've known this girl like since high school, and she's not like that because she was around my kids. And she loved my kids like they were hers. And like I said, wrong place, wrong time. So, no, I believe it is an illness. And I believe that take certain steps and anything else, it can be cured.
So you don't believe in public execution then?
No, I don't. No. It depends on the situation. Depends on the situation. Situation.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Not even one letter.
Not even one. Not even one. So do you believe it?
In public execution? Mm-hmm. Not really. No, like you said, it's a case by case basis. With stuff like, even with like abusive people, it's like people who are hurting or abusing animals are not right in the head. Like what abuse are they going through causing them to abuse animals or abuse other people? That's not like a natural occurrence. Normal people don't do shit like that. So obviously you have to be like off.
Right.
Even like serial killers, it's like they're clearly fucking sociopaths. But then it's like, it comes down to, with all of the fucking death penalty shit, it's like, well, how long do we house them? Should we just off them? You know, how many times have people been on death row and evidence came up proving them innocent?
Right.
You know, like how long are we supposed to like keep these people in the system? And then with prison reform and everything, it's like, how do we do better? Like It's all, because it's like there's so many fucking people on death row who didn't commit the crimes they're in there for.
Right. I mean, like, wasn't there a guy like recently that had to do like so many years, and because of every year there's like new like ways of like, you know, a hair follicle now. Mm-hmm. You can get a hair follicle and everything else, and within 30 minutes, no, where did the hair belongs to?
Did you ever watch Chicago?
I watched one episode.
No, the musical, the Broadway.
Oh. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I watched the beginning of it and was so high I went to sleep.
So in Chicago, it was like back when public execution was still a thing, and the only woman in prison that got executed was the woman who couldn't speak English and defend herself. She was like an immigrant. So she couldn't like defend herself, and it was supposed to be a big deal because like in the movie or the play or whatever, it was like she was the first woman to get publicly executed in like Chicago at that time, and it was like
Crazy.
a whole thing. It's good stuff.
I'm gonna watch it then.
I love that movie. It's like 3 hours long though, and it's a musical, so they sing the whole time, so you
I like
gotta be
musicals,
prepared. But I also know every word to every song in it, so you also have to be prepared for me to like act it out.
That's fine because I do that with like Little Mermaid.
Oh shit, say less. Little Mermaid acting out. If you know what
Oh
I mean.
yes. I know that movie word for word.
I do too. And Mulan, I can say every word in Mulan. People get annoyed watching it with me because I will say every word.
Oh, Toy Story? I'm the worst on Toy Story.
And Toy Story creeps me the fuck out. It always has. It did when I was little. It fucking creeps me out. I don't like it. Woody's little head turning and the eye contact. Oh my fucking god, I can't do it. I remember being a kid and being like, why are y'all not scared? Like, why are y'all not seriously concerned about this? And then, as a fucking adult, I went and saw Toy Story 3 in theaters, and I was so scared. And I was like, why have I not outgrown this? And it's like, no, that shit is scary. And they try to make you fucking upset on purpose. With like Andy having to give his toys away and shit. I'm like, why are you trying to make me cry? Like, my whole generation is scarred by Toy Story. Millennials, I'm telling you. We gotta learn how to let shit go. Fucking hung up on Toy Story. Can't do it.
Oh, now they have one with a little sister.
Yeah.
Spoonie!
Spoonie, that shit was
Sporky.
stupid.
It's Sporky.
That's what it
Sporky.
was. They had me over here crying over a fucking plastic sport. I was so mad. I was like,
That's what that was
so
found in the
dumb.
trash. That Woody found in the trash.
And it had that scary bear.
Yes.
That shit was so scary.
Yes.
Not into it. He was like trying to kill all of them. He was like trying to make him do mass suicide. He was like, nobody loves us. We all gotta whack ourselves. I'm
What
like,
about
this
the
is a children's
ventriloquist?
movie?
What about the ventriloquist dummies? Tried to help that chick get
Shit was scary.
Woody's voice box.
It was scary.
Wow.
Dumbo. Don't like that.
Oh, you see the live version of it? Fucking live version of Dumbo? Great. Yes. Call Girl does a great job.
It's still scary. I don't want to do it.
The live version of Dumbo is a whole lot different than the cartoon version. A whole lot different. I mean, it's the same storyline, but it's a whole lot different though.
Do you remember in Dumbo them like sex trafficking the kids and trying to like steal the kids and shit and turn them into donkeys?
In the live version, they don't have that part.
Promise.
Promise. Did you see it? In the live version of Dumbo, where they're trying to traffic the kids and turn them into elephants.
Do you remember that
Or
one
donkeys.
cartoon version? That's like why they ended up in the theme park and they were on the ride and they were like making them drink the shit and it was like turning them into donkeys and it was like terrifying. They were like putting the donkey.
I remember seeing that, but I didn't know that's what that was.
Yes.
And the cartoon version, but do you remember the live version we watched with Colin Farrell? Do you remember ever seeing that part in there?
I don't remember.
Or refers to it?
I don't remember about it. I know we watched it. I know there were some good parts. There were some highs and lows.
Some highs and lows. It was the best of times.
Well, before I really like force it on you, let me watch it again to make sure.
Yeah, girl, because I had somebody do that to me with It, too. They were like, do you want to watch the new It?
Okay.
And I was like, no, I don't like watching kids get murdered. And they were like, it doesn't actually show anything, I promise. And I was like, okay. In the first scene, that little motherfucker gets his arm ripped off. The first scene. He gets sucked all the way down. It shows it, too. The blood in the road and him screaming. I will never forget it. And then the whole movie proceeded to show kids getting murdered. And I was like, I have been lied to.
First off,
I have been duped.
I never watched.
Oh, you said kids.
Oh, kids. Oh. Yeah, right.
First off, I didn't watch the movie It, the original It, until I was 22.
The original was less scary than the new one.
Okay, well, I didn't never see the first one until I was 22. Compared to all the other people I know that had seen it when they were like 8, 9 years old, and that's the reason why they're terrified of clowns.
It's not not even the fact that it was a clown. It was his fucking little teeth.
Girl,
His little poke.
I didn't make it past the first 15 minutes of that movie and thought, and thought it was so stupid and turned it off and never finished watching it.
You thought it was stupid?
The first 15 minutes of it, yes ma'am. I thought it was stupid.
I'm telling Stephen King you said that.
I love Stephen King. Stephen King is one of my favorite authors.
Well, apparently not.
But I'm saying, everybody else I know has seen the movie It, the original one, when they're 8, 9 years old. I was 6 years old watching Silence of the Lamb.
Have you seen Pet Cemetery?
Yes, I have, and that's one of my favorite.
Did you see the new one?
Yes.
Which one do you like better?
Nothing can be the OG ones. The original ones, come on now. Which one do you like better?
The OG, baby.
Okay.
OG, baby.
And, shout out to Stephen King. Yeah, hoo-hoo. Did you see he's making another one?
Another Pet Cemetery?
No, not Pet Cemetery.
Oh,
It's a movie.
Another what?
Another movie based on one of his books. I just don't remember the name of the book. I have to look it up.
Oh, good for him. I don't think he has enough money. He should really, work on it. Do better. Stephen King. Oh my gosh. If I'm being real with you right now, I fall asleep halfway through most of his movies, so.
No, what?
Yeah, because it's like, I'm like, okay, I need to be high for this. And then
So why don't you
I
pause the
get
movies
like
and...
comatose.
So why don't you pause it, roll you a big old fat doobie and smoke it. I mean, not doobie, but roll you a blunt, smoke it, and then you can
I'm
be
about
smoking
to
while you're
roll
watching.
right now.
What do you do?
Oh, we do have one.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh no, please, babe. We can leave that one to.
Oh no, that one is not camera ready.
No, it's not camera ready at all.
Oh my gosh. No, I think we should show the world. I think he's ready for his debut.
Yes. Pearl yours, like you show it, like you tell everybody. Pearl yours. Pearl.
Oh my god. Is there a movie that you like the remake more than the original?
The Parent Trap.
Oh snap. Bam, mic drop. You're right, that's the only one.
Parent Trap.
Freaky Friday too.
I have to agree with you. Yes.
Freaky Friday. But that's both Lindsay Lohan, so what does that say?
True. Parent Trap when she was younger. Mean Girls.
Mean Girls was a remake? That was not a remake.
They're coming out with another remake of it.
Well, they had, okay, talk about the worst sequel of all time. Mean Girls 2?
Yes!
What the fuck was that?
What the fuck is that?
Can we please get an explanation from literally anyone in Hollywood? What were you thinking? Like, way to go, just so downhill. Like, Mean Girls is iconically, and it's October 3rd, so it's kind of funny that we're talking about Mean Girls today. Hey!
I noticed that too. I started
Hey,
looking
listen, what day is it?
October 3rd.
So, yeah, Mean Girls 2. What the fuck? Oh my gosh.
Oh, did you hear they're making another Wonder Years? I know you probably...
Another what?
Wonder Years.
What's that?
A show I used to watch back when I was like 8.
Whoa, did she say what's that?
Yeah, she just asked what Wonder Years was.
What is that?
That's adorable.
Okay, there's a lot of things that they're doing that used to be back in the day. Anything else that oh, I didn't bring this one up.
It's a show from the 70s.
Yes, so, back in the 70s, and how it was in the 70s. Like, really ever,
I wasn't there, but I can imagine.
Yes.
Boy Meets World?
Yes.
And now they're making a remake of Girl Meets Boy?
His older brother.
What?
Yeah. He was in that generation's Boy Meets World.
Okay.
So, you know how they're redoing it, saying Girl Meets Boy.
Yeah, I heard that. They already started that.
Yes, well, they're the new Wonder Years. It's a newer 2000s version.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I can't wait to see that.
Did you hear? And this is controversial, so hold on to your butt. Did you hear that they are thawing Walt Disney and trying to
No.
re-alive
Hang on,
him,
hang on,
I guess. I don't know how to say that. Re-alive him. And I don't know exactly how you go about re-aliving someone.
It's been frozen for how many years?
Because it's, okay, hear me out.
Has it even proven they've frozen his body?
Well, I'm assuming yes because they said they were unfreezing it. So, like, this is not even conspiracy theory. This was in the goddamn news. This was on a newspaper headline. This
They
was
still have newspapers
this is
out?
real life shit, you guys. Google it. Google's always right. The internet never lies. Just look it up.
On some things, you know how people like to put hoaxes out there.
No way. This is real life shit. You
Okay.
can't convince me otherwise.
Oh no. If it's been black and white and it's on the internet, it's truth.
It was in the news. It has to be true.
I'm not saying
It
you're
can't
wrong.
lie.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm definitely not saying you're wrong. How's that blood go?
Am I rolling? Bitch,
It's
I
your
like
turn.
me. Huh?
Your turn.
Huh?
I rolled.
Your turn.
Mine's not camera ready. Mine's not camera ready. Oh yeah. Not it. No.
Yeah, that one needs to go through the glam
Not it.
squad before it's gonna.
Glamorous.
Glamorous.
That blunt's on a diet.
Are you making fun of how I roll?
It's got like 4 chunks of weed left in it after it all fell out while she was trying to roll that shit.
So you weren't paying attention. I kept telling you, bitch, shut up.
I was
Who's
looking
laughing
over
at
your
me?
shoulder but trying not to make you nervous at the same time. I was like peeking.
See how she doesn't?
Peeking.
I'm gonna loco. Loco.
Loco.
Loco.
A loco.
Loco.
I
I
am
transferred
loco.
everything but the applause. I had every gun. I had every. I can't find the applause. I'm gonna have to re-download it.
Applause.
Yay!
Just use that recording.
And that's that.
You want a round of applause?
I'm going to get the boy.
Oh my god.
20 minutes left. You got it.
I think we can do it.
Oh. So many carbs.
So many.
So many bad decisions were made.
You're so worth it though.
Filled with lo mein and regret.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Not one.
That's the theme of this episode is no regrets. I think Mean Girls 2 had some regrets,
I
but
had a lot of regrets.
it ought to anyway.
But, you know, again, situation, not all for it.
Other bad sequels include all of the Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
Fucking, I don't care. Rogue One, even that one. Sorry about it. First 3. It should be the only 3. We
Oh,
should have
wow.
left well enough alone.
Oh
Y'all
god.
can come at me for it.
Shh.
Okay, I'm here. Nerds, come at me.
Your brother's one of them. So when he sees this, and when he plays back and tries to have make
Oh.
clips out of it,
Fucking come over and fuck your dad and turn you into my stepchild just so I can ground you for having wrong opinions. Fucking come at me, bro.
I'll wait until he sees this. She said, come at her, bro.
At this weird age in my life where I don't know if I'm attracted to you, your dad, or your grandpa. Thanksgiving's gonna be lit.
Lit.
Lit. Phil.
On fire. Who's bringing the extinguisher?
Oh my god.
Or the marshmallows and the
I'll
hot
bring the
dogs.
macaroni. Oh my gosh.
Watch out for all those nerds out there. You heard what she said.
So there's this
Star Wars fans, watch out.
trend going around that white people can't make macaroni and cheese.
Say what?
barbecue. That was what I also said. That's the reaction that I had. And it's apparently, like, there's this, like, it's a trend in the black community to make fun of, like, there's always that one white person that comes to the family picnic or the family barbecue and brings some really shitty macaroni and cheese. So I was like, this is not true. Every fucking white person I know is trying to put some, like, Gouda and do some extra shit, like, in their macaroni. I do not know anybody that makes bad macaroni. So the other night, I was going over to my friend's house for family dinner, and my friend Josh was like, I'm going to make the macaroni. And I was like, okay, bet. And he was like, I'll send you a grocery list. And I was like, cool, run it, awesome. The only thing he asked me to get to put in his macaroni and cheese was a block of Velveeta and a bag of sharp cheddar and a pound of macaroni. And I was hurt because I have stood up for us. I have said, like, white people do make good macaroni. But anybody who's ever made good macaroni knows that you need more than that. You cannot be just doing Velveeta in your macaroni.
No.
You need like 4 different types of cheese. You need some half and half.
Right.
You maybe some bacon if we're mixing it up. Like,
Breadcrumbs
breadcrumbs and bake that shit. Like,
cook it and then bake it. And baked macaroni and cheese is the best.
You better do it. If you're bringing the macaroni, that's like a staple
18
thing.
minutes.
You gotta do that shit. Well,
do it good. Do it well.
I accidentally bought 2 pounds of noodles instead of 1. So we ended up with 2 pounds of this Velveeta macaroni. And I cannot tell you, we
add
ate
your own
on
stuff to
that.
it?
I let him do it. I felt like I was like gonna insult this man in his own home by not letting him just run it. And I can't tell you, we ended up eating on this macaroni all fucking weekend. It was like 4 days that we were eating on this macaroni. And we ended up getting high, like really fucking high one night. And we're like, okay, we're gonna try to deep fry this shit.
Oh, bless your heart, how they come out.
So they were like, because it was like psychedelically high. It was not like we smoked a blunt and got weird. Like, it was like we were like stoned, crawling around his kitchen looking for shit to fucking deep fry. And at first the macaroni was just cold from the fridge, but it was like falling apart. So we were like, okay, we're gonna freeze the macaroni so it'll be hard, and then we'll deep fry it. And that worked pretty well actually, but then it got weird. We were looking for other shit. We deep fried Oreos.
Oh, deep fried Oreos is the best.
But it wasn't like beer batter. It was like shake and bake chicken breading. Like, it wasn't like good frying batter at all.
Like, what'd you make a funnel cake out of?
Yeah, no, that's not what we had. We had like shake and bake breadcrumbs that were chicken flavored.
Shake and bake yolks?
And the Oreos were Java chips. So it was like Java chip chicken fried Oreos. And I just wanted to say that I'm 28 years old and you can still get in your kitchen and do some fun shit when you're really stoned. So I encourage you all to get back on that life.
So, quick story. When I first started getting high, like every day, like my mom, where she worked at, she would get these big old, like 24 boxes of waffles, like in this case, right? And so she'd bring them home. So you had like your chocolate waffles, you had your half chocolate, half vanilla waffles, you had your blueberries, your strawberries, your
These
chocolate
waffles
chip.
sound dank.
So, tell me why she would come home and she'd get them like on a Friday and everything else. And when she come home by Saturday morning, there'd be 18 boxes of empty Eggo my Lego.
I would have killed y'all. I would have fucking killed y'all.
Waffles in the trash can.
I would have killed y'all. Being a single mom is hard enough as it is without your badass kids running around trying to ruin your life. I would have killed y'all.
I was not trying to ruin her life. It's just that that's how I found out that you can really get the munchies and have different creations. Because not only would I have I would heat up the waffles, but I discovered waffles with peanut butter and powdered sugar.
Oh, that sounds good.
It's really amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you're really high and you get the sweets kicking at the same time, put a little bit of the Hershey's powdered chocolate milk mix in it.
Okay, we're getting wild now.
Watch out, Debbie.
Have you ever tried vanilla bean ice cream with the powdered flavored Nestle Quick with the rabbit on it in the tin can?
No, my mama never bought us that shit. Are you kidding me? We were poor. That was extra. Was it bologna and cheese? And we're not buying it.
No, it wasn't bologna. It wasn't the project steak. It wasn't the project steak. No. Mm-mm.
Oh my god.
I mean, I never got that that Nestle's Quick and everything else until I was older, until I got kids and everything else, and you know when you have kids you get WIC.
Oh, the WIC life.
Yes, the WIC life.
They include the weirdest shit into that list. It's like grits? Yes. What? Cheese? Sure.
Oh no, you gotta watch out, girl. They only give you three availabilities of different kind of cheeses on there, and one of them is not Kraft.
Yeah, them Kraft singles.
You know, it's like government cheese.
It's not even cheese, it's like rubber.
It barely even melts.
It doesn't. It doesn't. You're sitting there trying to make your fucking grilled cheese.
Do you remember
with your
the
white
big old
bread.
blocks of cheese that was not Velveeta, and they had a special cheese cutter?
And you had to buy. Yes, I
Yes.
remember that.
Yes, that was what I was getting on WIC.
Of course, now as an adult, I go to the store and I'm over here like, my mama couldn't buy me a $2 box of oatmeal. Like, what was actually happening? What
was really going on?
Our generation of parents was not winning. They did not succeed. They do not get to pass go. They do not get to collect $200. Like, I don't know what happened.
Sorry, hated it for you.
Not good.
But you know what? Shout out to the single mothers.
Shout out to single moms.
Single moms.
Out here
Hashtag single
getting that
moms.
shit.
Right.
I know. I fucking
Working your asses off just so your kids could have what you didn't have when you were younger.
I saw this post on Facebook the other day. Oh, it was that same one about the woman asking kids if they want candy. And this one woman commented and she was like, well, it would be nice if there were, you know, we need some men to go down to the bus stop and stand there. And, you know, I bet she wouldn't be talking to kids if there were more men down there and yada, yada, yada. And I commented and I was like, yeah, more dads being dads would be great. Like, acting like, like it should be normal for a fucking dad to take his kid down to the bus stop. Like, he doesn't get a gold star or a pat on the back or some shit.
Like, good job. Thank you for actually taking your child to go do something. Instead of, you know.
I'm like, wow, you're helping raise your crotch goblin. That's amazing. No stars. You get no special treatment.
You said crotch goblin.
We're not applauding mediocrity anymore.
At least you didn't do like what some people would sit there and say that we're just sperm donors. You know.
That men are sperm donors?
Yes.
Well, they act like they're just sperm donors. They're like, oh, weird. Where'd that thing come from?
Probably she was not mine.
He's 9 months old. You're just now noticing he's here? Oh.
Oh, what have you been doing the last 9 months?
Or I saw this TikTok that was like,
That's not water weight.
right, oh, there you go. Got you put on a few pounds. I had no idea.
God, have you been eating a lot? I thought you were just retaining water.
I thought that all that crying was just coyotes out in the woods. I didn't know there's a baby in here. Swim. Like, I saw this one TikTok and it was this dad, or it was the mom filming the TikTok and she was like, Oh, I asked them to get our daughter dressed for school, and this is what happened. And this little girl is looking like homeless. Like, he put a romper on her and put both legs in one hole. And this little girl was walking around school all day waddling, like duck waddling with 2 legs in the same hole in her romper. I'm like, how did a teacher not notice all day that her baby in her class had... Anyway, none of that, you know, our teachers are doing the best they can. But, like, they were laughing like, oh, he just, bless his heart, he can't put her pants on right. And this child is school age, like 6 years old.
And this child doesn't know that there's, see, I'm so flustered, I can't even talk right now.
That's what I'm saying. And everybody's like, well, bless his heart. And I'm like, we are not applauding mediocrity anymore. Put your baby's pants on right.
Do you put both of your legs in one pant leg?
Left foot, right foot.
Are you trying to have a little 6-year-old girl walking around who can't put her pants on also? That's bad parenting in and of itself. My child knew how to get himself dressed when he was 4 years old.
Man, amen to that one.
I'm just saying.
Wouldn't that be classified as bad parenting?
But if the mama's running around here having to worry about if her husband's putting the pants on right, I mean, how's the baby gonna have to what?
And if the mama's out there worried about that and everything else, then would she just be as guilty too? Because the child, I mean, it's not always on the dad. I mean, there's a lot of
yes,
mom
it
too.
is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. He should be able to put his child's pants on.
You have to know that doesn't look right.
And there was like another TikTok that she had filmed too, and it was something, I don't remember, some other, the shirt was on wrong side out and backwards. And like there again, this baby's walking around school all day, and it's like, how do you not know how to dress, at 6 years old, how do you not know how to dress your child? That just shows how absent he is. And that's not the mama's fault. How many mothers are like,
I mean, I'm not blaming it.
Dress the kids? And
I'm not blaming it on the moms. I'm not blaming it on the moms and everything else. But what part I am going to blame, I'm not blaming it all on the moms, don't get me wrong, but I'm blaming it on part of the mom, because if there was a situation and everything else where the father had to be gone, so let's say the father was enlisted in the army.
I don't think he was.
I'm just hypothetically saying. The reason why I'm saying I'm not putting it all on the mom, because the part I am putting on the mom is if the child is 6 years old and the else, and the father was absent from the kid's life until the child was 6 years old. Why is that child not saying, Dad, this is wrong. Mommy showed me this way.
How much of an idiot do you have to be to not put your baby's pants on right? You can bring one into the world, but you can't dress it?
Okay, so why isn't the 6-year-old child correcting the dad?
Why is that her job? She's 6 years old.
Dad, are you being silly? You know I don't. You know my romper
So
doesn't
it's
go
the
on that.
baby's job to raise her dad?
No, it's not. Point proven. I'm shutting up.
And then
Point proven. Point proven. Point. Ooh, people shit on fire. Oh, shit on fire.
And we have 3 minutes left.
It got hot.
Yes, it did.
You did.
It got heated.
It did. It got heated.
I have everything I need.
It got heated.
Cool it off. Cool it down.
Except for a lighter.
Um.
Everybody did great. The sound was perfect. Nobody clipped.
She told me to hold my ass, so my hands have been on my ass for a minute.
Okay, well.
How they feeling?
Hopefully not too
Kind of
long.
warm.
They are warm. Holy shit.
Kind of warm.
Bless.
Okay, so
Alright guys, well, happy first episode.
happy first episode.
Yay!
I think we should have topics
We should.
so there's not so much lag, and that way I don't accidentally get to talking about something I don't need to, like pedophilia and
Oh no! I thought that part was funny.
We're gonna start adding more blocks and more structure.
Yeah, especially with like Max.
We should have a checklist. Like if it ever comes down to everything else, and Max has to be absent and everything else, and I fill in for him and this, we should have a board right here that has topics.
I think you kind of like almost
That's
like
what this is for.
I think you almost like
Oh, well,
hosting
you
the party
could chime
and
in.
like keeping us on track commenting, keeping us on track, but also not letting us go past like 10, 15 minutes or whatever with a topic. And then being like, okay, guys, it's getting too hot. Like almost refereeing the conversation.
I like that idea.
Yeah. And then being like, okay, now moving on. How do you feel? You know, like morning show style.
Yes. I like that idea.
I'm gonna have stuff already preloaded on here, like a bunch of tabs. Then we'll just go through and knock them all down.
Yeah.
Um,
Have like news articles, and then like I can like read the news article.
if you see anything you want me to look at, just screenshot it, send it to me.
I'll start making lists too. I'll keep like a notebook by my bed, and if I think of oh, this would be a good topic or whatever.
Hey, that sounds great. I
Like
that idea.
I have this like, I went on a first date the other night, and everybody who knows me knows that I'm witchy as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And this man and I have been friends on Facebook for years and years and years, so I know that he knows this about me. He picks me up. Beautiful black man, does jujitsu, pulled up in a Beamer, like all blacked out, like gorgeous fucking man.
Right.
Opens every door for me, tells me I smell good. As soon as my enchiladas get there, he goes, do you mind if we pray over dinner? And then reaches out to take my hand so we can pray. And I'm like, why would this man, and proceeds to talk to me about God and spirituality and all this shit for like the rest of the evening. I'm just like,
Politics and religion is one thing we do not get on.
so I feel like this needs to be like my little stories like that need to be like conversation starters.
That would be a great topic for next week.
And then we talk to Max about like how do you feel about religion on the first date, because a lot of people.
And he will be a great person to talk to about that.
Yes, he will.